Flip My Florida Yard is brought to you by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Protecting Florida's environment starts with you. What you do in your yard can have an impact on the health of our environment and water resources.
Welcome to Flip My Florida Yard. On today's episode, we head to Jacksonville. It's here we flip a backyard into a beautiful Florida-friendly landscape the whole family can enjoy.
But we've always been outdoors people. We've always enjoyed being outside.
Because our daughter is in a wheelchair, accessibility in our backyard is kind of a problem.
We flip a backyard full of thirsty grass into a naturescape.
The stars of the show have arrived. Check that out. Over 300 plants will be here. What kind of change is that going to have for this family?
Their life is going to be enhanced.
We create a wheelchair accessible pathway.
This will be where the family can gather. We're going to put some trees near it too, so it's going to provide some shade.
Then we install an irrigation system that will save water and your wallet.
If they have this system on 30 minutes, it's going to let out half a gallon.
Okay.
And that's 50% less than the water that was coming out before.
And a first for us, we install a dry creek bed.
That water's going to come here, and is this creek designed to kind of take in that water?
That's exactly what we did this for.
And then it's Plant Propagation 101.
You ever have that plant in your collection you just wish you could share with your friends and family? Well, Plant Propagation is the answer, and it's not rocket science.
Then we show you how to attract some unique wildlife.
Frogs bring so many benefits to the landscape.
And then a life-changing reveal.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All this and more on Flip My Florida Yard.
We're knocking on doors.
So excited.
And flipping yards into beautiful Florida-friendly landscapes, and all in 8 hours.
Is this really happening?
Who's ready?
Organized chaos.
Experts show us how to use Florida-friendly landscaping principles.
Putting the right plant in the right place.
Water efficiently. Very low maintenance.
Fertilize appropriately.
All leading up to a dramatic reveal.
The best surprise of our whole life.
We're here in Jacksonville, and we're ready to do one thing.
Flip a yard.
This man is right. We're going to flip a yard. Yeah, you guys ready? All right. Hey, hey, hey. We are here, Beimourtrustings. You guys come on out.
We are the Beimourtrusting family.
I am Greg, and this is my wife, Brittany, and we are the Beimourtrustings. We've got 3 kids, Drevin, Tybalt, and Axel.
I'm so excited because I think this has such a deep meaning for me. Our daughter, being medically complex, uses a wheelchair to get around, but we've always been outdoors people. We've always enjoyed being outside.
Because our daughter is in a wheelchair, accessibility in our backyard is kind of a problem. We did have ramps installed so that she can get out onto the back lanai, but as soon as the pavement ends, there's really no easy way for her to explore any more of the backyard without us carrying her or going through a very bumpy ride. I think one thing that would really help with her quality of life is we know that she enjoys the outdoors, and so being able to get her outside more to experience the nature here at her home would be huge for us.
For me, this yard, making something accessible, something that she can enjoy, is probably one of the most important reasons that we're excited to do this.
The current state of our backyard is a little bit overwhelming. It is very large, and because it is such a blank canvas right now, we just don't even know where to start. And so it's just kind of remained this untapped space. Irrigation is also a bit of a problem for us. We're running it several days a week, trying to keep up with all of that. It has an impact on our water bill. It's something we can't overlook.
Having the ability to draw all the kids together is a huge part of it. So being able to have the boys running around and have their oldest sister there is so meaningful and will be wonderful for them to kind of have some bonding. We need a place that we can all be together as a family.
Mom, how you feeling right now?
I am just so grateful. This is so awesome to have all of you guys out here today. I just feel really blessed that we were selected to do this, and I'm so excited to see what's to come.
Dad, how you feeling right now?
I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what you guys do with the backyard and turn our forever home into something even better.
A Florida-friendly landscape the whole family can access. Can we do this today, guys? Yeah! Oh, man, I feel it. But in order for us to do that, we got to get you out of here. To the car! Oh, you guys know where you're going, right?
Yep.
Little Talbot Island State Park. You're going to have an amazing time. but you gotta get out of here. All right, bye-bye. All right, let's get this going. The Beimourtrusting just left. You know what that means? We have 8 hours to flip this Florida yard. Who's ready? To the backyard. Here we go. So we're in the backyard right now, and this is where our flip's gonna happen. Let me give you a little bit of an overview of what we're doing today. This is the reason we're doing this flip right here, access. So look, Drevin's gonna be able to come off of the concrete pad right onto a pavered walkway. This walkway is gonna give her access to a beautiful Florida-friendly landscape. It's gonna spill out into a much larger pavered patio. This is gonna be that launch pad where they can look out and see this incredible yard that we're gonna create for them. So we're doing a dry creek bed that's gonna run the length of this fence right here. It's gonna help reduce stormwater runoff. Plus, it's just gonna be a really neat landscaping feature. We'll have paths along it so you can kind of walk along it. Of course, it'll be full of Florida-friendly landscaping. We have a little bit of a horseshoe bed here. We're gonna have some fruit trees in here. The family really wanted trees and a landscape that provided food. This is gonna be another paver patio right here. We wanted to do lots of hardscape just to give Drevin a lot of access. We got a lot to do. I don't know if we're gonna get this done. Let me ask this guy right here. Are we gonna get this done today?
Oh, definitely gonna be done today.
Okay,
Yes,
Tommy says we're gonna get it done today. A lot to do, 8 hours?
Yeah, it's done.
Flip designer Nick Friedman from Waka Palaka Landscaping shares some of today's major design features.
Nick, let's talk about some of the design features that's going in today.
Great family. And one of their big complaints was their yard wasn't inviting, so they wanted to have a chance to get outside, be together as a family, and really enjoy the space. 3 main features. One of them is this paver area that we're doing.
Nick's design calls for the installation of a pavered pathway leading to a large patio.
This will be where the family can gather. We're going to put some trees near it too, so it's going to provide some shade. So this is going to be a whole invitation out to the yard.
Lots of pavers today. What else?
Lots of pavers. We're doing an edible garden over there too.
We're installing a fruit tree grove, allowing the family to enjoy fresh fruits.
We got pavers, we got edibles. What else are we doing?
Then also a dry creek bed.
Lastly, Nick's design calls for a 45-foot long dry creek bed, which is not only a unique design feature, but will also reduce stormwater runoff.
So we've never done a dry creek bed on the show. I mean, this is really a way to reduce stormwater runoff.
It is, yeah. Yeah, so it's a good way to capture water so it's not running off into the neighbor's yard, it's not causing erosion.
This new Florida-friendly landscape will allow access and opportunity for the whole family.
We got a lot, and not to count all the Florida-friendly plants that are gonna go in here. You feel like we got a good crew?
We've already got good progress going.
Okay, so we're gonna get this done today.
As long as the pavers are done, we can fly through the landscape. Normally there's a day for pavers, a day for irrigation, so all of that's usually separated. Everyone has their own space, but today it's just like all the worlds are merging together.
Extension agent Tanya Ashworth from Duval County shares simple steps to get started with your own Florida-friendly landscape.
Reduce your area of managed turf grass. Use turf grass for a purpose, and make your landscape beds a little bit wider every year. You're going to use less water for irrigation. You're going to use less fertilizers, and that's a great way to start.
So Tanya, let's talk about this yard. What are some of the principles that we're going to be featuring today?
Right plant, right place, watering efficiently, and attracting wildlife.
And let's talk a little bit about right plant, right place. Like, what do people need to know about that?
Right plant, right place is just matching the plant to the site conditions that you have in your yard. So whether that's sun or shade, even your soil pH, all of those things.
Watering efficiently.
That means you're going to use micro irrigation or drip tubing in your landscape beds to get the water directly to the root zone of your shrubs and your perennials.
What's the third one?
Attracting wildlife.
Attracting wildlife. Let's talk about attracting wildlife. How are we going to do that today?
Oh, there are so many things going on in this yard to attract wildlife. We've got a pollinator area with a bird bath.
As we're talking, there's already like a butterfly
flying
all around us right here. We've seen this time and time again. As soon as these plants come in the backyard, this is what happens.
That's right.
Even more reason for the family to be outside,
That's right.
experiencing that wildlife.
Yes.
You need help getting these citrus trees in the ground?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
With over 1,000 people moving to Florida every single day, it's important that we all do whatever we can to save as much water as possible.
The WaterStar program really was developed to help both builders and homeowners have more water-conserving homes.
Deirdre Irwin is here to tell us about an important program designed to save one of Florida's most valuable resources, our water.
Florida WaterStar is a voluntary certification program designed to make our homes more efficient, to use less water indoors and outdoors.
For Florida to keep pace with our rapid growth, our homes need to be built to better standards. The Florida WaterStar program offers guidance for contractors to build homes with higher energy and water efficiency.
So indoors, that means plumbing fixtures are 20% more efficient. The dishwasher and clothes washer use less water. And then outdoors, your irrigation system is designed to be as efficient as possible.
This program not only saves Florida's most precious resource, but can also save homeowners money.
On average, a WaterStar home saves about 40% of water use over a typical home, and possibly up to $700 a year in utility savings.
The goal of the program is to provide education and to encourage sustainable design. Homeowners who use the Florida WaterStar program can save an impressive 48,000 gallons of water every year.
It is really important that we try everything we can to protect these amazing natural resources.
Well, we're starting to get some plants in the ground. I want to talk to you a little bit about right plant, right place.
Okay, we're choosing plants that can take shade for where the roof of the house is going to cast a little bit in the afternoons. And then for full sun, we have a lot of plants that can take the full sun, because until those trees that we're planting matures, there's going to be a lot of sunshine in the backyard.
Oh yeah, the stars of the show have arrived. Check that out. Lots of plants.
Gabriel Curry from Green Dynamics shares some of his favorite plants being featured in today's flip.
Gabriel, I know your nursery is supplying over 300 plants here for this flip. When we first got here, there was nothing back here but grass. I mean, literally just grass. When we leave, over 300 plants will be here. What kind of change is that going to have for this family?
Amazing transformation. So their life is going to be enhanced. I mean, when they come out in this yard, I think they'll probably feel better. Maybe they'll want to work outside with the pavers and all the plants around. I believe that life is better when you enjoy it among the Florida native foliage.
300 plants. We have 3. What do we have here?
That's a farfugium. It does best in the shade, and it's got a nice soft leaf.
Yeah.
So it's got to be watered a little bit. It gives some dexterity of foliage among the plant material, so it really adds a lot of look.
Does it have a bloom to it?
It has a beautiful yellow bloom in the fall.
What do we have over here now?
This here is an agapanthus. Check this bloom out. I mean, isn't that stunning?
Absolutely beautiful.
And you cut this off and put it in a vase, and it blooms for a while. It also comes in white.
Pretty hardy plant.
It is. Most of the year, it's looking like this.
And now let's talk about what we have back here.
So this is a Sweet Bay magnolia.
It doesn't look like a magnolia.
I know, because most magnolias are brown in color and they got a bloom, but this is a difference. So this has a silver back of the leaf, and it's a multi-trunk. So if you look, it's got 3 trunks on this, where most magnolias will be a single trunk. Look at that, nice white flower.
Okay, so it does have the white bloom like a traditional magnolia.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful. Can you treat this like a hedge, or just let it go as a tree, or what?
You can do both. Most people, because it is multi, they'll treat it like a hedge.
Yeah, well, this can get high enough to actually provide some shade, right?
It will, yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing the plants. These are really the heroes, the star of the show. We got to get these plants in the ground.
Cool.
Grab that one right there.
Let's go.
Let's go.
While we're flipping, let's check in on the Beimourtrusting family at Little Talbot Island State Park.
Today we're at Little Talbot Island State Park. Are you ready for a fun day at the beach?
Yeah!
The family will be joining me for a nature hike, followed by a day at the beach.
We've been to Little Talbot State Park before.
We actually haven't been since we've had children, though, so this has been a new experience and a fun one to be able to show the kids.
As part of the program they have here, our kids got to help pick up some of the trash along the way as we were walking down to the beach.
Okay, don't let me poke you.
First thing we noticed is this beautiful beach, this long stretch of sand, the water. Not a lot of people here today. It was just beautiful.
Then we were looking at seashells, looking for shark's teeth, some fishing, and then taking our daughter out in a accessible chair down into the sand and into the water.
It's been very important for our family to connect with nature, especially our daughter. We noticed being outdoors and being in nature has always been therapeutic for her, and I think the same can be said for the whole family.
I'm not sure what is happening right now, but I know that the amazing team of people that we've met are going to turn our existing yard into a Florida-friendly landscape.
Our daughter has been smiling a lot this morning. She's just going to be so excited to see that she's got a place that's accessible specifically for her. Just excited for her to see it. I think it's going to be really good.
The Beimourtrusting's backyard required a lot of water to keep the grass green, resulting in a high monthly water bill. To help them save water and money, we're removing almost 40% of the turf and installing a new water-efficient irrigation system. Philip Samuel from Mr. Greenleaf shows us the new irrigation system going in today.
Your team has come in here and retrofitted their current system. Tell me what you did that's going to help us save water.
We got rid of all the sprays and all the rotors here. So we put in this drip line. And if they have this system on 30 minutes, it's gonna let out half a gallon.
Okay.
And that's 50% less than the water that was coming out before.
What makes this so water efficient here?
We have the holes in the bottom of them, so instead of spraying, we're dripping now. You got the chat? We're
I like
dripping.
that. Instead of spraying, we're dripping.
We're dripping now. Okay, got a drip on us, okay? But we're dripping right where we want to be.
You had this wrapping right around this grass. What's the strategy?
Well, we want to get it close to the plant as possible.
What do we got going on here? You got these going straight to the orange trees.
Because we're getting away from the older system, which is retrofitting. Too many sprinkler heads. We're dropping down less sprinkler heads, drip system, and bubblers. Okay, so we're going to drop this in right next to the tree and get the right amount of water to this tree.
Nice, smooth, easy water too, right? Just kind of bubbling out, right?
Definitely.
The good stuff.
Like Sunday morning.
Well, you still got a lot of work to do.
Hey man, we're still flipping the yard, baby.
I know, we got 3 hours to flip. Hand me some of those things in here, let's do this.
Well, let's do it. You gonna help me out a little bit?
I'm gonna help you out here.
You gonna get dirty, Chad?
I am gonna get a little dirty.
Accessibility was a priority for the Beimourtrusting family, so we're installing a pavered patio that will allow Drevin access to the backyard. Steve Kegley from Endicott Pavers tells us more about the unique pavers we're installing today.
This is manganese iron spot.
Manganese iron spot. Now, what does that mean?
That means that some of the iron that is in the raw material, which is unique to Nebraska, where these are made, allows us to fire this at different temperatures to create different colors.
So the coloring in here, you've got all this brown. Is that the iron in the product?
Some of it is iron, some of it is just the raw material itself.
And this glisten on it, when the sun hits it, it's glowing, it has that shimmer on it. What's that from?
That comes from part of the firing process that creates this sheen. It's not an applied product.
That's a trade secret, right?
That's right, yes.
Is it going to keep that shine?
That shine will stay there as long as the brick is here.
That's incredible.
It is.
Steve, what are the benefits of a clay brick?
These pavers are this color forever. They're this size forever, especially back here with just foot traffic. There's not going to be a lot of pressure on it. This particular unit being an Invisilug, make sure that we react with the sand and creating a system here.
So this is designed to kind of build in some spacing here.
That's right. Right.
So the installers butt them up,
right,
and that creates that spacing. You want that sand to get in between the brick.
Absolutely. The sand needs to cover the entire face of the unit on all four sides. Keeps it stable.
And so that sand allows it to float a little bit and not...
It does. It also keeps it from pushing out and spreading out and rotating and things like that. So it's valuable.
I am so excited to see the family come in here, to see Drevin, bring her wheelchair across the concrete pad there, out into the space. I think they're going to love it.
Do you ever have that plant in your collection you just wish you could share with your friends and family? Well, plant propagation is the answer, and it's not rocket science. There's lots of ways to propagate things. We're going to talk a little bit about seeds, a little bit about cuttings, and layering. Cutting maybe takes a little bit more effort. If it has really large leaves, we might cut those leaves in half, and then we want to plant them in some sort of media that's going to hold them up. Could be soil, could be perlite, vermiculite, even sand can work as a rooting medium. It's best to keep them in a cool location where they'll stay moist. Get your cuttings trimmed to the right size, dip them in a rooting hormone. We use that to promote our rooting, and then we stick them in the media. Next, let's talk a little bit about air layering. It's not a difficult process. It's just a way of rooting a cutting while that cutting is still attached to the mother plant. Remove a section of bark from around the stem, then dust in some rooting hormone. We're gonna wrap that stem with wet sphagnum moss, and then I like to wrap it with plastic, tighten that plastic down with some twist ties top and bottom, and then I cover it with aluminum foil. And hopefully in about 6 to 12 weeks, we'll have a nice rooted cutting that we can remove and pot up into a nice container and grow on to give to your friends or family. So plant propagation doesn't have to be hard or intimidating. It's just a fun way for you to help share your collection with your friends and neighbors.
We wanted to give the Beimourtrustings a reason to come outside. We're gonna be building a frog hotel. Frogs bring so many benefits to the landscape. They eat insects, and they're just kind of cool to watch. And I love this project because it is super, super simple. Here's what you need. We have a plastic pot here. We filled it up, put quite a bit of dirt in there, 3 different sizes of PVC. I've got some rocks, and I have a plant. Super simple. Let me show you how this works. I've gone ahead and pre-cut my PVC. And you want these kind of staggered, so you kind of get to what you feel like looks like a good pattern there. And I'm gonna lift these up and kind of set these down right in here, build out a little area there. So I'm gonna fill the rest of that in with some dirt there. And now I'm gonna come in here with my rocks. And this is really gonna kind of give us a lot of support. I'm actually gonna put some inside each of these little pipes. This will help hold a little bit of water, because as it rains, that's really what's gonna attract that frog. And they're gonna feel safe in this tube. This is a blue days. This is gonna do really well in here. Look how nice that looks, and this is easy to do. We're gonna put this near the dry creek bed, Frog Hotel. You got a lot of water coming off the roof here. The yard's already at a slant. That water's gonna come here, and is this creek designed to kind of take in that water?
That's exactly what we did this for.
We've never had one of these in the show. First of all, walk me through the process of installing this, Matt.
So what we do is we look for the lowest part of the yard, and then we go through and mark it out and dig us a trench. Then we put a barrier down, as you can see here. That's step 2. Step 3 is we put the rocks down. That barrier prevents the rocks from settling down into the dirt. So for years to come, you'll be able to see them up here.
During rain events, a dry creek bed is a low-maintenance solution for holding water, allowing it to seep into the ground. Ultimately, this reduces the amount of stormwater runoff coming off a yard and into nearby water bodies.
Like a glove. We've done raised vegetable gardens in the past, but not quite like this. This is really about getting her out into the backyard, giving her something to do, to engage with. What are we gonna put in here, guys?
We have some sage, we have tomatoes, eggplants, a little bit of peppers.
She's gonna love this. She's gonna be able to come right up here. I can't wait to see this come together. Good job on this, guys.
Oh, what a flip. And yes, it all came together in the end. And Nick's team, well, they really pulled it off.
This yard is officially flipped. Let's kind of clean up a little bit here, get your crew gathered. I'm gonna get the family and I'll meet you back here.
Let's do it, sounds good.
All right, buddy.
I can't wait to see the looks on their face. They probably had an idea of what was happening, but I think they're gonna be completely shocked when they see this.
How we doing?
Excited, I can't wait.
Very excited.
Okay, well, you know what? We've been busy in your backyard. I'm a little dirty, my hand's a little dirty. I have a lot of people in the backyard who've been working all day, and we're so excited to show you what we've done.
Awesome, we can't wait.
Do you guys want to see it?
Very excited, let's see it.
Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah!
All right. So first off, we have to put some glasses on you. There we go. Everybody gets glasses. Come on up here, buddy. Put your glasses on, dude. Keep your glasses on. There we go.
I don't know what to expect, what we're gonna see. I'm really excited.
Butterflies in my stomach, but there's so much excitement about, what's gonna happen and what has been done over the last 8 hours.
Oh, you're shaking. You're excited. Okay, when I count to 3, remove your glasses, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Remove your glasses.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Before, this turf-heavy backyard was void of biodiversity. 8 hours later, we transformed it into a naturescape, complete with over 300 Florida-friendly plants and trees. A pavered pathway provides access for Drevin to enjoy nature. A bird bath surrounded by pollinator garden will bring in all kinds of birds and butterflies. A fruit tree grove will get the family outside, growing and eating fresh fruit. A 45-foot long creek bed will reduce stormwater runoff. A raised vegetable garden will bring the landscaping to Drevin, and a swinging bench will allow the family to relax and take it all in. This new landscape will save water, attract wildlife, and reduce stormwater runoff. And more importantly, provide the Beimourtrusting family access to the beauty and wonder of a Florida-friendly landscape.
When I took my glasses off, the first thing I noticed was that pathway. And I just immediately thought, my daughter's gonna be able to enjoy this. She's gonna come out here and be able to just enjoy nature.
This is amazing. It's surreal right now. The first few steps of being able to wheel Drevin out in her chair and just gliding down the paver path, it was something that I can't even use words to explain. It was just something in my heart just exploded.
Congratulations on your new Florida-friendly yard. On behalf of IFAS, University of Florida Extension, I want to present you with a Florida-friendly landscaping manual with lots of information about how to maintain it.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
This flip is absolutely going to change the dynamics of the family because there's no longer two separate worlds.
We're all on one swing outside. That's nice.
Anywhere that any one of us goes, you know, we can all go together as a family. Thank you for flipping our Florida yard.
The Flip crew was honored to be able to provide a backyard space that the Beimourtrusting family could be together and enjoy as a family. Well, that's our show. We hope you're inspired to help Florida's environment by starting in your own yard. And remember, everybody doing a little, well, that's a whole lot.
Hello, Beimourtrusting family here. Thank you for our beautiful yard. We've been enjoying it over these last few months. We've seen a lot more butterflies and bees, dragonflies. It's just been awesome. What do you guys think?
Awesome. Awesome.
Flip My Florida Yard is brought to you by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Protecting Florida's environment starts with you. What you do in your yard can have an impact on the health of our environment and water resources.